thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have more Heroes of Normandy goodness. We have two mini expansions for Heroes of Normandy. These are German reinforcements. Again, to enhance your core box set, give you more options of troops to lay out on the table. So again, you need a copy of the core box set of Heroes of Normandy to use these expansions. Without them, without the core rules, without the tiles, the dice, the action cards, everything else that's included in the core box, really you can't use these expansions whatsoever. But again, these are German reinforcements. So let's take a look at these one at a time. So let's crack this bad boy open. There you go. Again, I call these mini expansions because there's only a few things that are included with them. Let's put that over to here. So on this, in this mini expansion, again, these are reinforcements. You get one sheet. So let's see what we get on these sheet. You got Hauptsturmführer M. Whitman. So you have a new leader among your troops to choose from. And you're also giving you a couple of new tanks, some big guns, and then all kinds of, it says he shall. This looks like it's a field artillery expansion. You got Tiger tank, a couple tanks. But that's the new general that is now joining your ranks, as if you're someone who is running the Germans. Again, in the core box set, you have either it's American troops versus German troops. The German troops, again, this is a new commander that you could bring in that gives you more options. Now, when you look at these tiles right off the bat, you see all kinds of icons, and you're probably like, what the heck do all those mean? Well, that's why you have to get the core box set, because it explains what all of these icons mean. It also tells you how to set up your boards, and of course it tells you which side of the tokens to use. So of course you flip these over, it'll show you some destroyed tanks, destroyed field gun, and some other information on the back here. You got your APC shells, it'll tell you whether it's fired or not fired, field artillery, flak, and the amount of wounds that he can take. There you go. So that's, again, so that's your first mini expansion that we're going over today. Again, this is M. Whitman, Hauptsturmführer, M. Whitman. So there you go. So that's some new troops that you're bringing into the fold if you're commandant of Germans. And then we have a second expansion as well. We have here. Again, I love to call them the mini expansions because, again, you're getting only really one board. So it's a little tricky to get off. Getting only one board in the expansion, so it's not like you're getting a full box set. I picked these up at miniaturemarket.com, and the reality is, again, we'll cut that off on the side here. I always do the off camera, so this way, if I get cut myself, no one needs to see that. And of course, I picked these up for 85% off. So I think I got them for $1 something each. And that's why I picked them up immediately. As you guys know, I fund my own, everything on the channel is funded by myself. And the reality is that when you see a deal, you got to go for it. All right, so here we go. We have some more troop types and characters to choose from for if you're running the German troops. So it gives you more options. And let's see what this one is. This is your SS Panzer Grenadier. And it looks like we have a new villain that's going to pop up here, which is Heinrich von Kamps. So we got another, so you have two more German commanders. And you're also going to have some new troop types you have here again. You have, let's say there, Schwimmwagen. You've got your SS fire groups, MG groups, and more fire groups. New vehicles. Another fire group. Bloodthirsty token. More vehicles. von Kamps, Hessler. Again, all these, now they pop out easily. Nice, thick, heavy cardboard. Again, any expansion, any box set that you pick up from Devil Pig Games regarding Heroes of Normandy, quality, second to none, definitely worth the money that you're putting out for these expansions, without a doubt. And then you flip those over. Again, the core rules will tell you which side of the token you're supposed to start with. Again, these are your wound trackers you have here. Again, the red tells you that wounds have been inflicted. Of course, you have your destroyed vehicles as well. So all that stuff is explained to you in the core rulebook. Again, you cannot enjoy these expansions unless you have a copy of the core box set. So these are the two mini expansions that we have here. Again, we have our Hauptsturmführer M. Whitman. And over here you have your SS Panzer Grenadier. And of course you have your new character here, which is Heinrich von Kamps, that you can now add these to your collection of German troops choices. So this is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of Heroes of Normandy expansion 2 troop types for your German forces. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. First off, before I say that, I also want to just remind you again, where you get more information about Heroes of Normandy, you go to Devil Pig Games. That's devil-pig-games.com. You could also go to www.iellogames.com. And I recommend that you go to their website. And the reason I recommend you go to their website, because they have a plethora of information on there. They have videos as to how to play the game in all kinds of different scenarios and different stuff that's on there. It's a really wonderful website. I highly recommend that you check it out. So as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Of course, you could hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.